And to discuss the elections in the Venezuelan state of Barinas this Sunday, we now welcome political analyst Dozthor Zurlent. Dozthor, thank you so much for joining us again today.
Hi, it's a real honor to be here with you guys and the teleSUR audience. Thank you very much for having me.
Dozthor, how important is this election for the state of Barinas?
Well, this is a very crucial, important election, not only for Barinas, but for the whole country. Barinas is the birthplace of former president and commander Hugo Chavez. But Barinas is also a strategic place. It is bordering Táchira state and Apure state, which are two Venezuelan states bordering Colombia. It is also an oil and cattle producer, one of the most important in the what we call the llanos, which are the Venezuelan plains. And it is also very close to other important strategic places in Venezuela. For example, it is only a few hours from pretty much all the center states in the country and about 5 to 6 hours away from Caracas. So it is important not only as an oil and cattle producer state, but also because of the geographic, the geopolitics and the geographic location that Barinas has. But also in terms of the future of the politics in Venezuela and in Barinas in particular, this election has some particular, some very unique characteristics. One of them is that it is the repetition of an election that took place on November 21st, where there was not a declared winner at that time. The counting of the votes was suspended, and election was the authorities decided to repeat the election today. So there is a lot going on. There is a climate of high tension and polarization on this election. So it is a very special kind of day and election today.
So what are the challenges going forwards for whoever wins in Barinas today?
I'm sorry, I couldn't understand you very well. The sound didn't come.
I'll repeat the question. What are the challenges ahead for whoever wins today in Barinas, for the challenges for the next governor?
It is very challenging, very challenging state. Barinas, because of its importance and its political importance and its geographic position, has been subjected to military action on the part of paramilitary forces from Colombia who have tried to settle. There is a place in Barinas called Socopo, which used to be a paramilitary base in that state. So it is very important for strategically for opposition forces who have tried really hard to take over it. And I mentioned already the importance, the strategic importance of this state. So the challenges are really a lot. One of them is that in the same words, trying to paraphrase the Jorge Arreaza's words, a few days ago in a meeting, he said that there were some the way that the government, the Venezuelan, the Barinas, governorship was working was not right, was not the proper way to do things. So social programs that were supposed to benefit people were not run correctly. So it is a big challenge for any winner of this election to take care of growing needs of the population in Barinas in the midst of this blockade that Venezuela is suffering. The central Venezuelan government of Nicolas Maduro is trying to provide a lot of benefits to the people in a way to try to circumvent the blockade. But sometimes inefficiency and bad practices don't allow for these programs to work properly. So it seems to be what happened in Barinas. And it is a challenge that Jorge Arreaza said that he was willing to confront and to take over and try to bring Barinas to the level that the Venezuelans deserve at this time of crisis and this time of blockade and sanctions imposed by imperialism and supported by the opposition, which at the same time is trying to take advantage of these measures, these coercive measures against the people to blame the government for them. So it's a real challenge that is waiting ahead for anyone who takes the governorship, because the current conditions that the people from Barinas are under.
Political analyst Dozthor Zurlent joining us from Venezuela. Thank you so much for taking the time once again to share your views on this important election for the state of Barinas and, as you said, for Venezuela as a whole. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.